Hey everybody, how's it going? It is Odin, and we are back at last. What you are looking at here is the brand new update to Exanima. This is version 0.8.1.5. It is on the beta branch. Now, real quick, as I understand it, this is basically the first half of a major update. So I guess the major update seems to have been broken down into two minor parts. And it seems that the more content-rich update is going to be the one to come. And what we got this time is mainly a brand new renderer, which means that basically the game looks, well, not completely different, but it looks quite different now. And along with that renderer change, there were changes to the lighting systems, as I understand it, the global illumination, things like this. So things definitely look different, and I've only looked at a little bit so far, so I hope to kind of experience some of the new stuff along with you as we start this new season. So let's just go ahead and do this. Let's begin. And we're going to choose an unknown character, and this way we can have Darren as our companion. And also we can use magic, which is quite helpful. So we will be using unknown. Alright, so immediately, it might not be very obvious how this looks different. But I assure you, especially in the face, you can see that things are quite different here. In general, what I would say is that things seem to be smoother, almost to the point of, at times, almost resembling plastic. But it's not a bad thing, but that's just the only way I can think to describe it. And so anyway, let me pick a new name here. Our name will be YouTube. And this is all good, this is fine. And let's go ahead and go with the blue shirt. And so you can already see the individual icons here. These have all been redone, so these all look different. Here on the character you can see, not only do the actual items that he's wearing and everything else, not only do they look different, and in my opinion better, but also the lighting itself. I think the shadows look a lot better now. That's one thing that stands out to me. Alright, so we're going to start with Remise, Maneuvering in Armor, and Continuity and Continuity 2. And of course we will begin by working on Calm on the magic tree. Alright, so earlier I played... I didn't even play through the entire first floor. So I do have an idea of kind of what it looks like, but there's still many things I haven't seen yet. I've also noticed that in the novice practice arena, the floor is totally different. It's made of wooden planks, which look actually kind of cool. Sorry, anyway, so here we are. Let us grab our torch. Alright, and of course we've got our lore here that we've read 1,000 times, and if you need to read it, you can go ahead and pause right there. Alright, so we're zoomed in here. Just take a look at the character and just get a feel. See, the shadows, I don't know what it is, but the shadows just feel, I don't know, much more lifelike. Much more lifelike. Anyway, alright, so we're going to go over here. And we're going to grab, of course, this wood debris, and you'll notice this, this again looks slightly different. If I could pick this up, that would be wonderful. There we go. Alright. And in fact, let me go into the settings real quick. Let me turn... I'm not sure if the music is too loud. And I'm just going to go ahead and turn it off for now. You'll notice here that the doors here look updated. They're different as well. If you don't really focus in at first, you don't necessarily see the differences, but as you kind of focus in on certain areas, you start to notice them, definitely. Alright, so let's go into combat mode here and prepare ourselves. I'm going to go ahead and feint so that he gets into his aggro stance. And you may notice right there, the actual skins here on the zombie look amazing. They look much more detailed. Let me go ahead and feint again. There we go. Then an overhead to his left elbow, which is an interesting strike. And there's that one. And there we go again. Okay, looks like he's... Okay, that was a fake Run. Keep getting a little too close. There we go. Alright, so let us... Now, I'm used to having my inventory over here for one reason or another. So we're going to do that. Switch to the hatchet. I really don't need this. He's wearing some pants. Now, you'll notice that we have some text here about its condition. So one of the things that's going to happen in the next update is there's going to be procedural generation of items, and they will have multiple conditions that they can be in. There will be, as I understand it, different components to items, so different parts of an item can be of different quality, things like that. And that's going to be a huge thing, along with apparently a huge arena update. So that all that content stuff that I mentioned earlier is coming apparently in the second update. God only knows when that's going to happen, but that'll be in the future, obviously. And again, in this one, it's more about the renderer, the new engine, and the lighting. And then there's a little bit of this, like where you can see a little bit of flavor text about condition here. Alright, we can kind of take a closer look. I can't zoom in any further, but you can kind of see the way this particular zombie looks now. And one thing I did notice is that there does seem to be a greater variety in terms of the way that the zombies appear. But again, like I said, I've only played about half of the first floor. Let's get moving. All right, we're gonna put on this light jacket, and for a secondary, we will have this axe, the woodcutter's axe, and then we have some thick leather trousers, which are going to be superior. The coverage is not as good, but in terms of having more defensive capabilities on those parts that are covered, I prefer that. Okay. Alright, moving along. You always remember we've got the hostile female zombie here that comes running out. Yep, gotta be ready. Nice overhead there. Yeah, that'll do it. Alright, there's a tunic, which would be nice. Throw that on. Suede trousers, not necessary. Now again, here we could take just a real quick look. The way things appear here. See, again, it's hard. Again, I don't know how to describe the way the textures look, but it's almost like plastic, and I like it. It's strange. It's not okay. I'm giving the wrong impression. It's not really. I'll just shut up. Okay, now this is cool. We got ourselves a one-handed sword. That's always good. And then I'll maybe pick up this hook. Maybe to give that to Darren. As for the wooden stake, I just don't see that being too useful. There's another hatchet there, but not going to grab it. Okay. So as usual, I kind of have a very set path that I follow every time, but you know, I go over here and I get my sledgehammer and make that our secondary there. We can always pass on the wood axe to Darren. See what we get here. Leather gauntlets, okay. Throw those on. Alright, let's just pick a fight for no reason here. Go with our stab. Yeah. I don't notice any real difference to movement. So I don't know if the renderer change, the engine change affected that in any way, but it doesn't feel like it did. Which is good, because I don't want it to change. Not after I've put a bajillion hours into this damn game. Alright. There's a long knife. That might be better than the sickle for Darren. I'm gonna drop that. Alright, now we'll go this way. Just a bunch of hammers here. And a ye old metal bar. You know that if you've watched the earliest seasons of this series, you know I love that metal bar. I don't use it very much these days, but I still love it. I think my favorite weapon is still the Bardiche. Alright. Got some leather gauntlets, and you can see here how we have fair condition up here, and down here we have worn condition. Sorry about that, I just bumped into the microphone with my hand as I was trying to scratch my chin inquisitively as I was reading this. Okay, that's too much information, it's irrelevant. So you can see there is a difference in the condition, and if you look here at the way this looks versus the way this looks, you can tell visually that the condition is better here. So that's cool. So they also noted in the patch notes that armor has been, I believe that armor has some degree of variety at this point. I think. I don't know for sure. Alright, let's grab that compass. Alright, so here's a very familiar place where we have the zombie behind the door. He usually gets stuck behind the door, but actually standing here for a change. So we may have a regular fight, and nope, we're gonna have a ridiculous one. Try to put myself here on the other side of the door to keep it from closing so we can just not do that. There we go. Come out here. Thank you. Give him a stab, and how about an overhead? I know that was cheesy, but, you know, do the overhead and then step to the side, but, you know. You gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, and of course there's nothing in here of any value, but I think it's pretty much, I know a lot of people disagree, but I think it's pretty much always worth it to attack everybody. Excluding, of course, Darren sometimes. I mean, you might as well get the XP. You might as well get the personal experience of, you know, every fight you get in Exanima is going to make you better. Well, that's not the only factor, but yeah. Alright, I'm just trying to move this out of the way. There we go. Alright, so we will pretend to strike to get this going. Had to wait a little too long. There we go. See, you could see the reflection of the light here on that texture. It's really interesting. See, as she moves around there, it's try and get closer to the light here. You get these kind of glares, which I think are interesting. All right. All right, what do we have here? Leather tunic, really? Excellent. Give that one to Darren, and we have a mace, and then the belts now look very strange. They used to look like a belt. Now they look like a power drill pointing downwards, or you know, maybe you can see that, or anyway, yeah, it's a belt. It's a belt, and you can see that it is in worn condition. Put that on. Oh, also, I forgot to mention, according to the patch notes, the market and the sewers are not yet in this beta version, that they'll be patched in, apparently, within the next 2 weeks. Or just basically as they go along. But that will be added shortly. And of course, it has been a while since we've put together these Exanima videos. Been doing a lot of streaming, of course. But now that we got some updates coming in, we're gonna We're gonna have lots more of these videos, and I apologize if the mic sounds weird. It's been a long time since I used this particular mic, and trying to use my old setup to keep things consistent, and things might not be so great this episode, but I will improve them over time. Alright, there's Darren. So we press T to talk. Who are you? I'm just a farmhand. Name's Darren. And I'll say, well, met Darren. I go by YouTube, I think. And we're being attacked, by the way. So I press T to get out of there. Darren already proving himself. Look at that. Fantastic. Alright, hold on. Let me finish the conversation here. Okay, so how'd you get here? Can you get out? Well, I certainly intend to. What about the dead ones? If they get in my way, I will kill them. Take me with you. Yes, we may be able to help each other. All I've got is this stick, though. Well, let's be on our way. So I just brushed that question aside. Alright, so we press T and then 3 to look at his equipment. And I'm just going to give him this jacket. Now you can see right here, you can really tell the difference in the engine if you look at, I think, this at Darren here. I don't know why it is, but it just seems much more obvious here. But anyway, you can see the smoothness of everything. I really like that. I really do. I like the way this looks. Alright, but let's put that back on. And let's see, what do I have for him at this time? I should have kept his inventory open. The gloves, a tunic, a long knife, and for his secondary, a wood axe. Alright, hopefully that won't be necessary. Whoops, wrong button. Oh, hey, another visitor. Let's go handle this. I know there's a box right there, but I want to... Oh, there's a second one too. Let's try and draw him in here. Bottleneck him real quick. Oh yeah, she has a gambeson. We're definitely going to want to harvest that, if you will. Alright, she's done. He's done. Alright. Okay. So there is the gambeson, looking good. It is in fair condition. That's going to replace this blue shirt. Nobody needs this anymore. Those leather gauntlets, they seem to be in, yeah, good condition, so it's actually... Oh my goodness, quilted trousers too. That'll be just fine. Up that. Let's open this. Get you some better looking gauntlets. I don't even care about the stats. They just look better. And that's what's truly important. Okay. Ooh, a thick leather vest. That is very nice. Slap that on. Pass this light jacket on. Well, actually, how does that compare? Oh yeah, that's better. Okay. Very good. Alright, so we have Darren in tow. He's got a little bit of gear. He actually performed very well in his first fight. Those are all good things. Very good things. Get another look at some more zombie skin here. Alright. These thick leather boots are not bad at all. I mean, I'm good, but we can throw those on Darren, of course. And a thick tunic is better than the regular tunic, so that works. Alright, there's our key. So we will put that in the inventory, and we'll keep the inventory open because the door is right here. Double click the key, single click the door. There you go. And since I will not need this key again, I don't want it in my inventory confusing me. So I'm just going to leave it right by the door it goes to. Alright. We have some hardened leather spalders, which is fantastic this early on. Thank you very much. And nothing special here from that particular body. So we'll kind of drunkenly stumble through here. Let's check this real quick. Thick cloth trousers, sandals, don't need any of that. Alright, and when we open this door, we're going to have 2 zombies to deal with, and that's going to be a lot of fun, and hopefully Darren will help us out. But unfortunately, this is where we're going to end this first episode of this brand new season. Thank you guys very much for being here. We will have more episodes coming at a regular pace, and I'm really excited to see the new updates as we go along, and especially the second half of this one. But again, thank you guys very much, and I'll see you guys next time.